Hello and welcome to Moonstar Lodge. My name is Reverend Kathryn Gorman Lovelady. I was born and raised in Guelph, Ontario, went to the University of Guelph where I received a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I did work in parapsychology. In Canada you can't get a degree at this point in parapsychology, so I did the closest that I could. I have worked in education, I have worked in corrections, I've worked in nursing, and I've been a teacher in community college, universities, and in churches. I am a licensed registered theologian. My license is with Wolfe Island Aboriginal Interfaith Church. I was originally ordained and licensed as a spiritualist minister, but I transferred my license in the 1990s when this church was formed. I'm an elder in the Aboriginal community. My background is Algonquin, Anishinaabe, and Mohawk. My husband is of Métis and Mi'kmaq heritage, and we practice personally traditional Aboriginal spirituality. But we were both raised in more traditional Christian backgrounds. We understand that Aboriginal people in Canada have gone through powerful issues with respect to being taken out of their communities, residential school, and many of them have been appropriated into other cultural traditions and faith traditions. And as such, Wolfe Island is an interfaith church. We serve the broadest base of spiritual services we can. As far as my development as a psychic medium, I knew angels, guides, and teachers from childhood. I assumed as a young child that everybody knew about angels and guides and teachers. Ghosts did not scare me. As I grew up, I recognized by the time I hit high school that psychic mediumship was not necessarily a gift, and if this was a gift from God, I didn't really want it. It got me in trouble as a teenager. I would be sharing information with friends, and I found out that this caused me to be ostracized and laughed at in high school. But the other side of the coin was not telling people information that might have saved their lives, and so I had guilt. I went to the University of Guelph with a strong inclination to get assessed to see if this really was a gift or some form of mental illness. Frankly, the work I did there in the 70s and 80s was life-altering. I got a very good grounding, of course, in psychology, but also working with professors who were very gifted and were doing research in parapsychology. I also, after university, went on to do some postgraduate theological work, and initially was a little hesitant to do this given my cultural background, but I did work and train for many years with the Spiritualist Church, little congregation down in Brantford and another little congregation in Galt, and went through their training in mediumship and healing. I also promised my grandmother that I would return to our traditional teachings, having been born and raised off reserve. And so I spent almost 12 years working in the bush with elders and teachers, doing traditional Western medicine, pulling teeth and lancing boils, but also learning from them hands-on the shamanic traditions and healing work of my people. I'm aware that psychic mediumship is something that people see on television. There's many shows. We all work very differently. After 40 years of doing this work professionally, I have become comfortable with communicating with guides and teachers. I have learned about angels from both a theological and just a spiritual, pan-cultural, pan-theological perspective. And I welcome them into my life on a daily basis. Because I worked in hospitals and nursing homes, I'm aware of people who've had near-death experiences in operating rooms, in pediatric wards, in obstetrical wards, and I'm aware of the impact that near-death has had on them and the questions that they have. In my practice with my husband Brian, we work together to maintain the integrity of our cultural traditions and merging them with the psycho-spiritual traditions. When we teach people, which we hope to provide some seminars and webinars again, we make it a very hands-on, very experiential thing. You cannot learn how to do mediumship from a book. And unfortunately, as much as people would like that, you have to really be in a room full of people doing the same exercises and gaining energy one from the other. My sessions are 60 to 90 minutes long, averaging 75 minutes. I don't incorporate trance anymore. I used to when I was younger, but as I'm getting older, I find trance both unnecessary and very tiring. I get just as good, if not better, information by directly working with people and their questions. I thank you for your attention to this video, and I hope you contact us through www.moonstarlodge.com or by Googling Brian Lovelady or myself, Kathryn Gorman Lovelady, and I hope that we can assist you either by Skype or in person in the very near future. Thank you.